Wow, she never meant him any good. What's up, my beautiful soul family? How's everybody feeling? So, I got a special request to compare Faith Evans with Lil Kim as it concerns B.I.G. A lot of people feel like Faith Evans wasn't as in love with Biggie as she claimed she was. Like she was just given to him to help set him up. So what I want to do, I want to do a reading to see how Faith Evans felt about Biggie Smalls. Was she in his life because she genuinely felt the connection for him, or was she a part of the plan to get him gone? Now, before I do this reading, I just want to put out this disclaimer. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I state in this video is just my interpretation of the cards. Nothing I state in this video has been proven to be fact as of now. Now that we got that disclaimer out the way, I'm going to shuffle these cards and we're going to see what is Faith Evans' deal. All right. I think we're just about ready. So it's funny. The first card I pulled was the Six of Swords, but it's reversed. This implies that there was a troublemaker. The question I asked the cards was, why was Faith Evans with Biggie? And the troublemaker card came up. To stir up trouble, you know what I mean? Out of the frying pan into the fire. So Faith Evans was with Biggie to stir up trouble. Let me think. Biggie, I think, was probably giving Faith money. She was spending some of his money, too. You know what I mean? So he was generous with his money. King of Swords. Now, from my understanding, Biggie was a Gemini. So he was an air sign. So I'm getting the feeling that this was Biggie right here. You know what I mean? Biggie was very generous to her. He gave her a lot of things. You know what I mean? But she did stir up the trouble. And then Faith Evans is also an air sign, from what I understand. Isn't Faith, I think, either a Libra or a Gemini? Something like that. I think Faith is also a Gemini. But the Queen of Swords came up reversed. This is basically someone, I don't think she cared about Biggie. I think Biggie loved her, but I don't think she loved him. This is what I'm getting the feeling of. She was more so very petty and critical, sweating the small detail. I think that she was in it more so for how it benefited her than to actually be in a genuine loving relationship with Biggie. The Fool reversed, the imbecile making foolish decisions. Let me see. Then you got the Ace of Pentacles, the loss of finances. Yeah, Biggie had more money than Faith at the time. The Ace of Wands reverse came up. This card in reverse is somebody that's ruthless. Like I said, ruthless, make foolish decisions, cold-hearted, calculating. I think the cards is pointing to the fact she was, see, look, sacrifice or letting go. She was a part, I'm getting the feeling so far, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, she was a part of the plan to get Biggie going. This is what I'm getting. Not to mention Big had money, you know what I mean? So Faith was with it because Big had money. Wasn't because she loved him. Let me see. So you got the Queen of Cups coming up. The Hangman, the letting go, the sacrifice, and suspension. Then you got the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups, so a water sign. Why am I getting the feeling Little Kim is coming into my reading too? Because Little Kim is a Cancer, and I'm getting the feeling that she might be the Queen of Cups. And then the King of Cups, I feel like this is Puff. Or P. Diddy, whatever you want to call him, you know, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I'm going to just let the reading play out, see what they trying to say. Then you got the Queen of Wands, which is somebody that's the B word, that's nasty to folks, that's ignorant and stuff. I think that this is Puff they talking about. I feel like this card represents Little Kim and this card represents P. Diddy. So, let me see, the letting go. This was, you know what? I'm going to pull these cards back. From what my intuition is saying, I feel like Faith was with Biggie for his money, but she was also kind of sent to him by P. Diddy to kind of to draw a wedge between him and Little Kim, because, hold on one good second, to draw a wedge between him and Lil Kim. I feel like Little Kim really loved him. Okay, so then you got this, which is about child abuse, childhood trauma, or not taking care of somebody. Seeing stuff with rose-colored glasses. I think that Biggie was blindsided by her. She was a distraction. It was to get her away from Little Kim so that Puff could distract Big. This is what I'm feeling. Some kind of partnership going on. An adversary, an enemy. Page of Pentacles reversed. She wasn't making the kind of money Big was making. You know what I mean? She was there to sponge off of Big's finances too. Then you got the family card, and the Empress card. Yup, that was the way she was able to sponge off of his legacy and his finances. She got pregnant by him. She married him and got pregnant by him. And then you got the this was some kind of business deal or some kind of master plan. This was the plan. She planned to get pregnant so that she could get money from Biggie. Yep. This wasn't a love thing with her and Big. Then the accident set it up to like an accident involving a vehicle. Faith, okay. All allegedly for entertainment purposes only. So far what my cards are saying, Faith Evans was gold digging, number one. Number two, it was he knew that Biggie probably liked light-skinned women. So Puff, I think, sent Faith there to like draw a wedge between Big and Lil Kim and for her to be with Big so that she could get in on his money. You know what I mean? Well, I think she wanted to get in on his money. That was like her and Puff was allies. There was some kind of this partnership between her and Puff. Faith was also after Big's money. So Faith got pregnant and stuff like that too. She married him and got pregnant. And there was that she was part of the master plan for him to meet his demise and for it to be set up to look like some kind of accident involving a vehicle, which we all know. The Notorious B.I.G. was shot when he stopped at a red light. He was in a car and he was shot when he stopped at a red light. So see this card is the funeral card, the card of the tombs or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, see how master plan, the accident involving the vehicle, which means he got shot in the vehicle. This is where he got killed. This card is the tombs. Then you got this card over here, which is upright. It's the card where you're apathetic and depressed. But reverse, you realizing what you have. You realizing what you have, and let me see. What else? Let me pull some more cards to see what else that card is trying to tell me. See how they tried to play the role of the savior? All of this was a big plan. This was all a master plan for Big. Faith was sent to Big as a distraction. It really was, like a mental block, a distraction. And you know what I mean? This could also be why Big, marriage, right here. This could have also been why Big was not really watching, not noticing like the things around him because he was so distracted by the relationship issues that him and Faith was having. You know what I mean? Somebody ruthless, somebody ruthless, somebody that's lying, somebody that's money mad, money grubbing. Yeah. Faith was after Big. Faith wasn't in it for the love. I could tell you that now. Faith was not in it for the love. She was in it for, this was a money ploy. She knew having Big's son, that would keep the royalties coming in of whatever his estate was. Not to mention, like I said, she was in cahoots with Puff. She wasn't the good girl spouse that she wants people to believe she was. The down girl that, let's see here. So the thing of the matter is, I'm getting the feeling right here. Puff had her, pull back these cards. I'm getting the feeling, right, that she was along on the ploy to get Big's estate, to, you know what I mean? That's why she had the son. That's why she worked hard to try to get with Big and be married to him and all of that, get pregnant by him. But I feel like things didn't work out in her favor financially like the way she wanted it to. She thought she was going to be set for life, financially stable, having his baby. You know what I mean? Yep. See? The Queen of Pentacles. You see how the Pentacles is the money? She thought that she secured his money by having a baby by him. By marrying him and having a baby by him. You know what I mean? Except for the fact Puff, it didn't go down that way. Puff didn't pay out Big's royalties after his death. You know what I mean? So that wasn't how it worked out. See? Murder, cover up, crime. Crime. She was part of this. I think she did get a payday or whatever. She got a little payday from it, but she didn't get what she thought she was going to get. Like, I think Puff double-crossed her and kept most of Big's money. I get the feeling that he had her believing she was going to get a nice cut. Like, she was probably going to be heir to most of his estate. And Puff kept it. I mean, let's keep this going. She didn't get her wishes. She didn't get her wishes fulfilled from working in collaboration with Puff. Instead, she ended up having to be independent and having to make money herself, being the single mom, the divorced, well, not divorced because she was more widowed, the widowed woman. You know what I mean? So this left her, she had to be strong now because she had a son and she didn't have Big's money coming in the way she thought she would. So I think this left her a bit depressed too because she felt like she was tricked. She felt like she was tricked by Puff, which she was, because she walked away with very little of his money after his death. Even though she was married to him, she didn't get much of his estate. Let me see here. And she tried to fight for the money, but it didn't rule in her favor. Puff was too cunning and stuff like that. I think his lawyers was too strong for her. He was she tried to, I get the feeling she tried to sue Puff, but it just didn't. Yeah, she lost that legal battle. I think numerous people tried to sue Puff over Big's estate and wasn't able to get it because I don't know how he managed to keep Big's estate, but he did. Let me see. So the love is reversed. Oop. I think Puff argued the fact that they were kind of separated when Big got killed. Because you got the love is reversed. There was disputes, disharmony. Then you got the card of depression. I think she went to, she almost had a mental breakdown because she couldn't get Big's estate. And plus Puff lied to her. He kept all the money. He was greedy for himself. She didn't get it the way she was supposed to. So the page of swords reversed. I think he even threatened Faith Evans. He threatened her to back off. Otherwise, things would happen pretty quickly. And I think you know what it is. What I mean by things would happen pretty quickly. And he knew that he wouldn't go to jail for it. He'd be able to cover it up and not go to jail for it. You know what I'm referring to. And she was scared. She was scared. You know what I mean? So she had to make her own money. I mean, I'm just letting the cards speak or whatever. So, but to answer the requester's original question, Faith Evans was, from what my cards are saying, Faith Evans was in on the plot to set up Big or whatever, but things didn't go in her favor. Let me see here. But she did feel like at least she won over Little Kim, who was the other person in her relationship that was still sleeping with Big. But in the end, Puff was the one who won all of it because he got all of Big's royalties. Let me see. Multiple choice options. And you got the Two of Swords reversed, which is about seeing the clarity of the situation, making judgment based on that. But over here, you got the High Priestess reversed, ignoring your gut feeling. I think she wondered whether Puff was going to double-cross her or whatever, but she ignored it because she's like, well, I'm sure I could be able to sue him. I think she shrugged it off. You know what I mean? So I think that she probably wouldn't have married Big. Big wasn't her first choice. And you know what, to think about it, I think, didn't she go ahead on to marry Stevie J subsequently in life. If you look at Biggie and Stevie J, they don't look like they would be able to date the same type of woman. You know what I mean? Okay. Release from an abusive, see, multiple choices. Release from an abusive relationship. The Page of Cups reversed. The Three of Wands reversed, which means she couldn't expand. But she had multiple options. Did Faith eventually leave Puff's label after this legal battle that she had to do with him over Big's royalties? Because Puff double crossed her. See, unacquitted love, walking away. I think she ended up leaving the label. You know what I mean? And this is okay. So she felt like she should have prospered from all of that, and Puff kept all the money. He conned her out of a lot of money. Yeah, I think she did. She ended up walking away from the label. All right. So the first part of the requester's question is answered. Faith Evans was in it for the money. You know what I mean? She was not truly in love with Big. That was a money move. She was after Big's wallet, and she was in on the plot to get Big killed. Leave a comment down below telling me what you think. Do you believe that Faith Evans really loved the Notorious B.I.G., or do you believe that she was after his money and that she was in cahoots with Puff? Like, I want to remind everybody, this video was for entertainment purposes only. This was just my interpretation of my cards. If you like this video, leave a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you for tuning in, my beautiful soul family.